Israelites are here again to prophesy the downfall of America, which is Babylon the Great in the Bible, and to wake up the people of Negroid and Indian descent. You make up the 12th tribe of the nation of Israel, all right? And America will be destroyed, thus saith the Lord power, all right? It's Babylon the Great in the Bible, and the Most High is not going to spare it. Understand? For all the wickedness that America has done, understand the Most High is going to recompense it for all their wickedness, all right? And I'm going to start off with a scripture. The people, you know, with Iran and Israel and America and China and Russia, we all see all that's going on right now, right? All right? This war is at hand. World War III is here. World War III is here. All right? America is already in Iran doing covert operations, all right?
We are conducting military operations inside Iran right now. The evidence is overwhelming from both the Iranians, Americans, and from congressional sources.
What is military operation? Sure. Define that.
Sure. They probably have had two objectives going back 18 months. The first was to gather intelligence. Where is the Iranian nuclear program? The second has been to prepare dissident groups for phase two, which will be the strike, which will come as the next phase, I think.
Well, when preparing intelligence, that's understandable, using all sorts of means. They want to know what the Iranians are up to in terms of their nuclear program. But are you suggesting that U.S. military forces, special operations forces, or others are on the ground right now in Iran?
Sir.
Are you suggesting that U.S. military forces, special operations forces, or others are on the ground right now in Iran?
Sir. Certainly. Absolutely clear. The evidence is overwhelming from lots of sources. And again, most of them you can read in the public. You know, Seymour Hersh has done good work on it, and there are lots of other people who have done that.
America is already in Iran on the ground doing covert operation. All right, Israel is already in Palestine doing their covert operation.
There are claims 6 men carrying fake British passports are part of a hit squad who assassinated a leading Hamas commander in Dubai. Hamas has accused Israel and vowed revenge. Captured on CCTV, the 11-strong group were only in the country for 19 hours. The alleged assassins were first spotted arriving at the airport on separate flights. Among them, the only female member of the team, Gail Folliard, travelling on an Irish passport. CCTV shows the group meeting up at a shopping centre before the murder. One shot shows a suspect going into the bathrooms of a hotel and coming out disguised in a wig and glasses. The victim is also captured arriving at his luxury hotel. A few minutes later, 2 of the group follow him into the lift. They're dressed in sports clothes and carrying tennis rackets as a disguise. After looking out for witnesses, they follow their target to check his room number. Later, it's believed Gail Folliard entered his empty room with an electronic device. The door was then relocked from the inside. The victim was last seen heading back to his room. It's believed he was electrocuted and suffocated. The target was Mahmoud al-Mabou, a Hamas military commander wanted by Israel for allegedly killing soldiers. Speaking at the family home, the victim's brother said he believed Mossad, the Israeli intelligence service, was to blame. They've been linked to similar assassinations in the past.
They're ready in Yemen.
And oh yes, we've been bombing Yemen too. Or at least in our government's words, we've been providing the firepower for Yemeni airstrikes. As recently as Christmas Eve, we bombed Yemen. And a week before that, we did it as well. The president authorizing cruise missile strikes in Yemen. Though like our airstrikes in Pakistan, these are something that our government is reluctant to discuss in detail. The use of secret American bombing campaigns in Yemen.
Doing their operations, all right? They're in Lebanon doing their operations. So I'm going to start off with the scripture, Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves, and come, all ye heathen. and gather yourselves together round about, thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fat overfloweth, for the wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. All right? The day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. All right? So what's going to take place now? Let's go to Jeremiah, the 51st chapter. All right? The Most High is gathering all nations in the valley of Jehoshaphat to judge them there. All right? Jeremiah 51:1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, right? Babylon is America, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about, against him that bendeth. Let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine. And spare ye not her young men, destroy utterly all her host. All right? Moses said, destroy her utterly, all her host. Understand? Destroy her utterly. All right? And her host is her army. All right, Jeremiah 51:4. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets. For Israel has not been forsaken. Understand, the Most High haven't forsaken us, nor Judah of his power. All right, of the Lord of hosts. Though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her in recompense. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, which is America. All right? It's been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. All right? Nations have drunken of the wine of America. Understand? America put all her policies on all nations. Understand? And if they don't follow it, they get bombed. All right? Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. All right? Let's go to Revelation, the 18th chapter. Alright, I'm going to start off at, let's start at Revelation 18:1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, the great is fallen, is fallen. Alright, I'm going to replace Babylon with America. Alright, saying America the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the home of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean, hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. All right, I just read the same thing in Jeremiah, the 51st chapter. All right, where all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. I just read the same thing in Jeremiah, the 51st chapter. All right. Now let's go into Jeremiah, the 50th chapter.